do want to get to the question of the week. So again, in case you haven't heard it just yet, that question of the week is, what's the best way to assure a repeat customer? I want to make sure you guys are utilizing the hashtag KTCO, or give us a call at 877-PULSE-411. So, Joe, let's kind of just talk about the question itself. Repeat question. No, I didn't get a chance to see the show last week, so kind of give me some information on just this question and why you brought this one up in particular.
So this is part of our Biz Filings series, where the Biz Filings group, as part of their, and really you see the most interaction over on their Facebook page, likes to help get us involved and get our community involved to ask questions that can, effectively help improve someone's small business. And in this case, the topic had to do with, I think their topic had to do with customer acquisition and retention, and usually, it just turns into some different wording for me. So I thought it'd be curious to find those who are involved in the show on Twitter could let us know some of the ways that they actually can assure they keep customers around. How do they keep people coming back? And last week, you remember we had, well, you don't remember because you weren't there either. We had some technical difficulties with Chris's feed, but he was able to provide us with an answer or hit his view on one of the best ways, or a couple of the best ways to assure customer retention. And I think we have that. We can put it up on the screen then, right? Exactly. So his answer last week was hear them, be able to respond to their needs, and have more ways to help them be the hero in their story. And those of us who know, which is almost all of us here, who know Chris very well, if that doesn't describe his approach to so many things in the world to give people the ability to tell their story better. And Chris's customer is a much different customer than lots of us experience. But I think my answer echoes a little bit of that, and we'll talk about deliverability slightly. And if you remember a few weeks ago, we were talking about that show on AMC called The Pitch.
Yep.
And I was always surprised because the agency that I thought had the neatest ideas weren't always the ones that won. And it's something that repeated itself week after week after week, because the client, in this case the customer, almost always chooses the agency that delivers on the main objective, delivers on what the main question was. And it's funny how much I carry that around with me, because I think there are lots of small businesses out there, and myself included to some degree, who don't just deliver what the customer is asking for sometimes. And I think that's probably the best way to assure repeat business. But then I have to throw in the little extras. And I remember an example from a book, and boy, I wish I could remember the book. The plumber who showed up at someone's home to work on their shower and took the time to clean the windows in the bathroom. Or the server at one of our restaurants who knows how to take care of a guest, but watches for those nonverbal cues, like the woman who's sitting in the corner and is obviously cold and making some action, let's say, to communicate with someone, to talk to that customer about, oh, it looks like you're not quite comfortable. So deliverability, absolutely part of the equation, but that little extra that doesn't really cost you any more money as a business to do, but is that little extra touch that reminds people what it's like to do business with you and what it's like to have a relationship with you as a business. Tyler, what do you think? Because I know, again, anytime we talk about customers, as far as you're related, it's a little bit different of a take. But now that we've talked a little bit about it, is there anything standing out in your mind?
Yeah, it's funny. One of the things that you kind of, it just goes back to expectations, I think, doesn't it? From my perspective, I go back and I see, okay, what are the customer's actual expectations? What are they hoping to get in return for whatever they paid? I mean, in your case, is it a great burger and a cool experience? But from us, is okay. Is it just a good video, or is it a great video that got them a bunch of leads? Well, all that and more, but I think the service part of it also kind of comes into play from our point of view, because yeah, they want that great final product, but along the way in the creation of it, they want to make sure that they're dealing with people. They're not just saying, okay, we're not going to talk to you for a month and a half. They want to make sure that they have an open line of communication. So I think having that there, that kind of just exceeds their expectations and kind of goes above and beyond. I mean, it's cliche and corny, but you really have to do that, I think, in all honesty.
No, I think you really nailed something there too, because understanding what it is that your customer wants is one of the biggest challenges, in delivering what the customer wants. For example, let's use AJ Bombers as an example, because we do a lot. people don't just come there for a hamburger. If I thought that that's all they were there for, I would just open a fast food restaurant. They're there for the experience. They're there for the community. They're there to have a good time with their friends. And it's my job to make sure that happens.